Every time, almost.
Still loud, but not as like loud that makes my ears bleed. Yeah, I'll take that back. Was this trip exhausting?
Pardon me?
Was this trip exhausting?
Yes, it's exhausting. Look at this. You wise guy.
And every version you see here was on the car at one time. Or another.
The Nürburg can get the red card, you know?
Well, it's time to say goodbye. But first, let's talk a bit about the car, because we've been here for almost a month, if not longer, if you combine also the loose trips. But we never had the opportunity to talk about the car because he was way too busy. You were way too dedicated. Something that we're going to talk in tomorrow's video about, where you're going to tell us all about your endeavors. But tell us, what is the LG Motorsports Corvette?
We call it our Nürburgring version. This is chassis number 2. We've got chassis number 3 that we're building right now in Dallas, Texas. But it was supposed to have about 800 horsepower, but with all the mufflers and the extra catalytic converters we had to put in, it ended up probably losing 100, 150 horsepower. But we're still satisfied. We had a lot of help from Pirelli tires and Bilstein shocks and Forge Line wheels and Stop Tech brakes. They helped us a ton, and we never really did get our time all alone where we were the only car on the track. So we had to fight traffic and yellow flags and all sorts of things. But the car really performed well. You can see the extra catalytic converters in with the downturns just to try to stay legal so that they wouldn't throw us off. So, but it was a great car. It's got our own hood with double the louvers and some aerodynamic devices, and we have a really big splitter, and we didn't overheat at all. That's our dual intercooler system that we've developed over the years, and now we can say it's Nürburgring tested.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Validated at the Nürburgring. So never got over 190 degrees.
That's good.
So anyway, the car did well. We did have to fight a lot of traffic. The best day we had was the last day. We got thrown off the track 10 times. I think we did get a record for the most times thrown off the track for noise violations. And one time we had an aluminum wicker bill, we had to change it to plastic.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they said, no, no aluminum up here. So we had to change it to plastic.
But it works.
Yes, it worked. We even had a clutch that we had to change, and luckily we had the crew from LG Motorsports come in, and they saved us because I didn't want to do it. We were going to do it, but the boys came in from LG Motorsports and knocked it out in one night. They pulled an all-nighter, and the next day we were on the track. So
Yeah.
This is not a BMW or a Porsche. It's a hot rod with almost 800 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah.
Compared to 400 for a Porsche. You hit the gas and a couple places, I hit the throttle and the thing came sideways on me. It's at about 130. Okay, so it's a unique car. It's always a challenge. Maybe if I don't get back for 2 years, I'll consider it, because then I'll be way older.
Yeah.
But this car was owned by Clint Fisher, a Dallas entrepreneur, and a really successful businessman, and this is going to go in his car collection.
Okay.
So we're going to build another one and see what happens. But no record can be set unless you're the only car out there. It just can't happen. And it might not be the first lap. It might be the third or fourth or fifth lap. But we went 292 kilometers per hour on the straightaway. We wanted to hit 300 just to hit a milestone. But the one time we were really going fast, they let a couple of BMWs and I think an old red Porsche out of the pits. And the Porsche, he had to be texting because he got in my way so bad I almost ran into him. And I had to wait for 3 corners to get by him. So, but it's an interesting racetrack to be able to go that fast, almost 190 miles an hour. And then there's 2 second gear corners where you're going 50 or 60, and you You got to go about 100 kilometers, which is about 60 miles an hour around the carousel, the famous carousel. And we had our car set up so that it really wouldn't scrape bottom too much. We scraped in Foxhole, which is the big downhill, and we scraped after the second bridge at the bottom of that hill. I mean, and I could see a puff of smoke behind me, so it was pretty exciting racetrack.